Alright, this is my 2006 WRX. I'm going on 60,000 miles, and there was some maintenance coming up. There were some things that I could do myself, so I'm going to walk you through them. First we have the cabin filter, then there's the air filter, there's some bulbs in my headlamps burn out, and then the old spark plugs. These are all things that you can do yourself. So, sorry it's so dark in here. I got the battery pulled for the spark plug demonstration. So, first off is a cabin filter. That's going to be behind the glove box. So, pop it open, and there is some screws you got to take off to remove it. Very easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Close it up. 8 and 9 are down underneath. Sorry if you couldn't see all that. So once you get it taken out of the way, then you have to unplug one little wire connection just to get the glove box out of the way. And then to get to the filter, there's going to be another set of wires in the way, so just use a tiny straight screwdriver, pop the dart past the little connection there, and then you can get to the filter. Now the filter is behind a little white door looking thing. It has 2 little connectors down at the bottom of it. Just pop those loose. Door comes all the way off. Pull your old filter off. It's nasty. Put that fresh new one in there. Good to go. Alright. Next up, what to do. Next up, we're going to go ahead and get the headlights taken care of. So to do that, you actually have to remove pretty much the whole bumper here, which isn't as hard as it sounds. It's just the cover there, no big deal. So we have on the back side, there's a little teeny screw right here. Twist it loose, and it should back out. If it doesn't, don't worry about that. Just get something back on this side and try to wedge that thing out of there. Don't do it on that side like I did, because you scuff it up. So after that, do that both sides, of course. After that, you're going to have guys like this right here on the underneath. We'll start with those. And what those are just little pop clip kind of things. Basically, you get I'm sure there's an awesome tool for this. I didn't have it. So you get a screwdriver underneath here, pry it up, the top part comes up, and then the whole thing pulls up. If it doesn't, just twist out of there, grab a pair of pliers, grab just this top part, pull it out, good to go. So the ones underneath, you have 1, 2, 3, and right underneath this third one here, there's going to be a secret hidden one, so get that one out. So that's 4 on this side, then there's going to be one right underneath in the middle, back there, get that one out. Same thing on the other side, 1 on the back, 1 in the middle, 1 right up here, and another underneath it. So that's those. Then we have these guys up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pull those all out. And you also have these little guys, which I'm not real sure what order to do, because back in there, behind that gig, is another one of these big guys in there. How do you get to it? I don't know. It's in this direction, back behind this piece. So it's like you need to get these out, get this out, but you can't get this out until you get that one out. So basically what you gotta do, pull all that stuff off, kind of pull this out of the way, and then you can look down there and see it going in this direction. So use a long screwdriver, a long wood chisel is what I have. Try to work that hog out of there. You can do it. Have faith. To put it in, you can actually pull these two little guys off, and this is after you get everything else off. And there's little like dart clips on each side here. You can work that out. So we'll get to that though. So we got those all out, and it's time to pull that whole thing off. So you come around to this side, grab a hold here, and this is after you pulled that little teeny screw. Grab a hold here, pull on it, and it should start popping loose all the way around here. You're loving it, the whole thing's coming loose. Same thing on this side, pop, pop, pop. She's off. Now it's time to get to the headlight. So of course, there's this one up here. I'm sure you took that out already, and then got frustrated because you didn't know what the hell to do next. So you got that one. There's two back behind here. That's why you got to pull this whole thing. So one up there, two here, and then you're going to get inside here. Hold on, let me grab the flashlight. Okay, so I'm highlighting a bolt right down there. Pull that one off. Now the best way to do that is to have that one, and that one, those bolts out, so you can actually pull this out a little bit, and then you can get access to that one bolt down there. Pull it out, come around here, start tugging. She'll come out. And then of course you got to unplug it, figure out which bulb it was. For me it was this guy. And that guy up there, what a pain. I have replaced this before. I didn't need to pull anything else out. But I did ruin my fingers doing it. But you just pull this guy off, get in there. It was a pain. I'd almost rather pull the whole thing loose, but any shortcuts are nice. So that's how you do the bulbs. Now it's time for the spark plug. What a pain. This isn't the old days where they're just easily available. As you can see, I pulled out the old battery. There's the cables right there. So that's where you start. Pull the battery out, and it's held in by this little battery hold down strap, of course, and this cute little thing which you also have to twist it loose. It's just kind of like a little screw. Use the same size socket and back it off. Get that whole thing out of the way, battery out of the way, the little tray out of the way, and then here comes the good old spark plugs. See that thing right there with the black wire running to it? Looks like a little box. It's not the good old Boots anymore, and that's what she is today. So, there's a shiny silver bolt on the left side of that little box looking thing. Pull it out, then that box comes off, and also the boot that goes around the actual spark plug is attached to it. So you pull that whole thing out of there, and then right down towards the bottom, that little white deal, that's a little clip with the wires running to it. Pull that off, get the little box off. Sorry, I don't know what it's called, but to me it's a little box. Get the box and the little boot, get that the hell out of the way, and then you can gain access to the spark plug, which the boot is about that long, so you can guess how far in the spark plug is from there. So you're going to need obviously some sort of setup just to be able to deal with that. Here's how big my hand is in there. You have no room to work. So you basically gotta get your spark plug in there and maybe get the swivel attached to the socket. Then stuff that whole thing in there and start building off of that. It's kind of like Tetris. You just gotta figure out the right order. So you get your extensions out to however far you're comfortable working with. Take that one loose. Put some I don't remember what it's called, but it keeps your stuff, your bolts from sticking. Sorry, don't remember what that's called. Anyway, go ahead and put some of that stuff on your new spark plugs, because someday you might be changing out them old ones again and you don't want them to bind up. Maybe it's called anti-bind, I don't know. Anyway, so you put that stuff on, get your new one in, repeat the same steps. Go ahead and leave that box off for now. Don't worry about getting them mixed up. They're the exact same part. So, then comes that one back there, where there is absolutely no room to work. Basically, you need to unclip that wire as soon as you can. I think you could do it right now. I'm not sure. I did it later, but trying to give you guys a heads up. So try to get it off right now. I'm sure you can. Get it out of the way. Then you pull the little bolt that's holding the box and the boot. Pull that bolt out, and then you should be able to slide that whole contraption forward. Otherwise you can't get it out. You can't leave that wire on. It will not move. So get that thing, bring it forward, get it out of the way, and you will definitely need the swivel and extensions, all kinds. It's crazy just to get to a dang spark plug. These ain't the good old days with the V8s with the wide open motor anymore. So those are the two hard ones. I'm not going to repeat this on the other side, because that's redundant. So I will tell you how to get down to it. Basically, you have this guy, get it out of the way. 2 bolts there and there, whole thing slides off. This is where the air filter is, which we should probably touch on. So you gain access to that with this little clip here and this little clip here. Pop it out of the way, and that's where your air filter is. Unless you're all fancy with your cold air intake. I'm not. You can actually just pop those two, get your old air filter out, slide in your new one, good to go. Lock those clips back down. Alright, did that. So, what we have next is we're going to try to get down to those spark plugs. So this whole contraption needs to get out of the way. So we have a clamp right there, loosen it up. We have this wire bundle right here. Pinch that whole thing, slide it off, get it out of the way. We have these 2 hoses, unhook them from the little clamps here. Get those out of the way. I'm pretty sure if you pull them actually off from the ends, then they're going to spout out some antifreeze. So just leave them hooked up, no big deal. And then we have 1 bolt right down there, and same on the other side, 1 bolt down there. Pull those loose, and then this whole guy you can pull loose. Get that out of your way, and then you gain access to the 2 other spark plugs down there, same as the other side, but far easier. So you get those in, and you're golden. Basically, you just repeat the steps to put everything back in. I hope this helps. It was definitely a daunting task at first, but I think that you guys could do just fine with this little tutorial. Thanks for watching.